Hello students, I will continue with chapter 5, that is acid, base and salt. In the previous class I was discussing about the indicator, various types of indicator. I have discussed about the indicator, natural indicator, litmus, then the second one turmeric as an indicator. Today I will explain about the third type, that is China rose indicator. China rose indicator. From the petal of this China rose we can extract the juice, and that juice we can use it as an indicator. So if you recall, that indicator means a substance which indicates whether a medium is acidic or basic by changing its color. So that is indicator. So China rose indicator, when we extract the juice of China rose petal, and that juice we can use it as an indicator. The preparations of that indicator, how it is prepared, that we have to collect the petals of this China rose and place them in a beaker. Beaker means a glass container. Then we have to add some warm water into it. Then we have to keep the China rose petal immersed in that warm water for some time. Then after that, after some time, we will see that the color of the water changes to light pink in color. Now after filtration of that solution, if we take that water, then that water we can use as an indicator. So this China rose indicator, in acidic solution it becomes dark pink in color. If we put this China rose indicator or the juice extract of this China rose into an acidic solution, then it will become dark pink in color. But in basic solution it will turn green in color. So this is the difference. By knowing the change in color, we can indicate whether a medium is acidic or basic. So for example, suppose we take a solution. In that solution we want to know whether it is acidic or basic. So if you put that China rose indicator into that solution, and if the color changes into green in color, that means that medium or that solution is a basic solution. Or instead of green, if it turns into dark pink in color, then that is acidic in solution. So in this way we can use the China rose indicator. The next, number 4, it is about the phenolphthalein. This phenolphthalein is an synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicator means which is prepared in the industry. It is actually an organic dye. Organic dye means organic color. It is prepared by dissolving phenolphthalein dye in an alcohol. So it is a mixture of phenolphthalein color and alcohol that is used as an indicator. Now this phenolphthalein indicator, in basic solution it turns pink in color, but in acidic solution and in neutral solution there will be no change in color. Suppose take a solution, we want to know whether that solution is basic, acidic or neutral medium. Put that phenolphthalein in that solution. If it turns pink in color, that means that is a basic solution. But if there is no change in color, that means it may be either acidic medium or neutral medium. So in this way we use this phenolphthalein to indicate whether a given medium or a solution is acidic, basic or neutral medium. Now the fifth type, it is the methyl orange. This methyl orange is also an artificial indicator or synthetic indicator, that is, it is prepared in the industry. This methyl orange, it is itself is orange in color. So it turns red in acidic solution and yellow in basic solution. Again, let's take an example. Take a solution that we want to know whether it is acidic or basic. When we pour little amount of methyl orange, and if it turns to red in color, then it will be acidic solution, or if instead of red, if it turns yellow, then that is basic in solution. In neutral medium, there will be no change in color, it will remain orange because methyl orange itself is orange in color. So these are the different types of indicator that I have discussed. I hope you have understood. You revise it. Then the next comes the neutralization reaction. As I have already told you before, that in our nature, every substance is either in the form of acidic or basic or neutral. If it is highly acidic, that one only we call it acid, or if it is highly basic, that one we call it a base. So in our nature, what it happens, when this acidic medium or acid react with basic medium or base, then salt and water is formed always. This reaction we call it neutralization reaction. It is because that salt and water are both neutral substance. So when acid react with base to produce salt and water, it is called neutralization reaction. A definition is given in a book, that you follow it. Now next come to the applications of this neutralization reaction in our day-to-day life. Applications of neutralization reaction in our day-to-day life. Number one, it is about the indigestion. Whenever there is indigestion in our body or in our stomach, then acidity is formed. It is because of the formation of acid in our stomach that there is no proper digestion. It feels painful or sometimes irritated, or all these things it happens. Then what we generally do is we take a medicine. Actually, that medicine is basic in medium, and in general that medicine we call it antacid. So antacid is a name of a group of medicine which is basic in nature. So whenever acid is formed in our stomach, and if we take basic substance, that is antacid, so acid and base reaction takes place and formations of salt and water, neutralization reaction takes place. So once neutralization reaction takes place and salt and water is formed, then that acidity in our stomach will not remain, so we get relief in that way. So one of the example of antacid is magnesium hydroxide. This magnesium hydroxide is a base. So when we take this magnesium hydroxide, then it neutralizes the acid in our stomach, and then we get relief. So this is one of the applications of neutralization reaction in our everyday life. Second, number two, it is the soil treatment. Soil treatment means like when this farmer in the agricultural field goes on cultivating year after year, and when they apply manures and fertilizers, then what it happens, the soil becomes acidic. If the soil becomes acidic, then the productivity of the soil decreases. That means production of the crop decreases. Then what these farmers have to do is they apply lime to their agricultural field or to the soil. Lime, it is a basic substance. This lime, it is a basic substance. So this lime will react with the acidic soil, and it will convert into neutral medium. So once it is converted into neutral medium, then the productions of the crop increases. Otherwise, if the soil remains acidic, then productions of the crop decreases. So this is another type of applications of neutralization reaction in our everyday life. The third one is about the ant sting or the bee sting. The ant sting or the bee sting, like it may be honeybee or other type of the bee. When they sting, they inject a methanoic acid, that commonly we call it formic acid. And when this formic acid is injected into our body, then what it happens? We get pain. And due to that paining, the burning is there, swelling is there. So it is because of that. Whenever there is a bee sting, that methanoic acid or formic acid has been injected. Because in the body of ant or bee, this formic acid is there in their body. So whenever this formic acid or methanoic acid enters into our body, then we get pain, then all these things occurs. Now the best way to get relief is the baking soda is used to rub in that area. So baking soda is nothing but a base. So when we rub that baking soda in that area, our blood or the skin will absorb the baking soda and it will react with that acid. Since baking soda is base, so acid and base reaction takes place, again neutralization reaction. So we get relief from the pain or irritation. So this is the third applications of neutralization reaction in our body. The next is about the factory waste. In the factory, so the fourth type is the factory waste. Whenever there is a factory or industry, always a waste materials is produced, and most of the time these waste materials are acidic in medium. And when these acidic wastes are directly disposed to the soil in the agricultural field, or if it is disposed to some water bodies, maybe a lake, pond or in a river, then what it happens? It kills all the aquatic life in that pond or river or a lake. Aquatic life means maybe the fish or maybe other frog or whichever present in the water. So what it should be done, that before releasing that factory waste directly to the water body, it should be treated with some basic medium or basic salt or basic substance, so that base will neutralize the acid and it becomes neutral salt and water. If that neutral salt and water is released to the water body, then it is somewhat harmless. So this factory waste should be treated with the basic substance. So this is also one of the application of neutralization reaction in everyday life. So students, this chapter is about the acid, base and salt that we have discussed already. This is the last topic. I hope you have understood. You revise it once or twice so that you can remember easily.